Norsworthy. The Owls pulled back the defense. 3.5 minutes left to play in the first half. This is Norsworthy driving down the middle. They're going to call that foul on Eric Sear. So the Owls still up by 1. Scores 29-28 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds exactly left to play in the second quarter. This is Chris Norsworthy on the line for the Tigers. He's been the bulk of their attack tonight. Coming back in are Marshall and Jandro. Pennington and Sear are going to check out. So right now on the floor for the Owls, we've got Jandro, Clavette, Cooper, Marshall, and Guy Michaud. Norsworthy's second one is good. Cooper getting ready to call the offense for the Owls. He's being guarded closely by Blyer. Now Michaud gets it over to Marshall. Marshall guarded by Willette. They pop it over to Cooper. Cooper taking a look. Owls moving off the ball. Cooper tried to anticipate that one underneath. And the Owls are going to take a 20-second timeout. So that's going to be their first. The 30-29. Tigers up by 1. This has been a back-and-forth ball game, a real battle. One of those things when you have big battles like this on your home floor, it's important that you get a big crowd out to help out the team. Unfortunately tonight we don't have quite the numbers we would have wished, so we're not going to be showing the games live. They're going to be on a tape delay basis a day or two later to try to encourage more people to come out and enjoy the game. This is Willette. Ball got tipped out. Going to bring the ball back up. Try to get the ball underneath. Ball's taken by Cooper. Gets it out to Clavette on the run. Clavette splits the defenders. Puts it up. No good. Gets his own rebound, though. No good again. And I think they're going to call Josh DeMerchant on that. No, they're calling that one on Clavette. So Clavette picks up his second foul. The only one on the Owls who has 2. So Eric Sear and Rusty Neto are going to check back into the game. The Tigers on the floor right now. They're going to have Blyer, DeMerchant, Burns, Norsworthy, and Willette. The Owls have Neto, Jandro, Sear, who makes a nice play defensively, runs down the middle and converts. 2 points off the nice steal for Eric Sear. Nice play by Sear. Sear on the floor with Guy Michaud, Eric Jandro, Ben Marshall, and Rusty Neto. Norsworthy guarded closely by Michaud. Shot put up by Marshall's tipped around, no good. Rebound by Jandro. Gets it out to Sear. Sear's going to run it ahead to Marshall. And reverse layup by Ben Marshall. Nice job by Ben Marshall converting for his first two of the night. 33-30 is your score. Owls up by 3. This is Norsworthy. 3-point shot up and no good. Marshall with the big rebound. They may be calling Josh DeMerchant, number 50. It's going to be called for the foul on Marshall. Both teams are in the bonus, so they'll be shooting a 1-and-1 on this one. Both teams doing a real nice job tonight, moving the ball up and down the floor. 33-30 is your score. And the Owls are up by 3. 1 minute, 46 seconds left to play in the first half. The Owls with the lead on the Tigers. Let's see if they can stretch that a little bit going into the first, the first halftime. The only halftime. If they had 2 halftimes, that wouldn't make much sense, would it? No. Marshall's shot is up and no good. Off the front of the rim. 33-30. Owls up by 3. This is Burns, guarded closely by Gendro. Burns gets it to Norsworthy, guarded by Michaud. Norsworthy shot. They're going to call Michaud on the foul before the play. Or not before the play. Before it went in. It's going to be a two-shot foul for Chris Norsworthy. Norsworthy's really doing the damage tonight, unofficially. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So far, I've got him down for 14 points. Make that 15 now. A perfect 5 for 5 from the line. So that looks pretty dangerous. Derek Cooper checking back into the game for Guy Michaud, who has his second foul. Both teams again in the bonus. So Norsworthy's going to get to shoot the second. And converts. 6 for 6 from Norsworthy. Doing a nice job from the line. Minute and a half. This is Derek Cooper. Gets it over to Neto. Neto. Back out to Cooper. Cooper's going to pop the three. Up and no good off the front. Picked up by Norsworthy. Norsworthy's going to bring it back down. Sears going to pick him up. Get the ball over to Willett. Willett in the paint. Marshall knocks the ball away. Picked back up by Norsworthy. Tries underneath. Cooper picks that one off. So Cooper doing a nice job for the Owls. Gets it over to Marshall. Marshall's going to try the three. In and out. No good. Ball is tipped around. 1 point lead for the Owls. 40 seconds left to play. Paul Giu with the ball, being guarded by Rusty Neto. They're moving it. Ball's underneath to Norsworthy, who converts. Chris Norsworthy, a solo wrecking crew for the Tigers. He's about the only offense they've had tonight. 20 seconds left to play. This is Neto. 15 from the right side. Jumper up and good. So Rusty Neto with the baseline jumper. 7 seconds. Norsworthy doesn't seem like he knows how much time is on the clock. And that's a good example of not knowing how much time was left on the clock. So at the half, the Owls are going to go in with a 35-34 halftime 1 point lead. And with that, we're going to watch the Owls cheerleaders do their thing on the floor. And those were the Owls cheerleaders taking some time on the floor this evening. So it looks like the Pride of Madawaska pep band is getting ready to play a few numbers here for us with some halftime entertainment. So let's take a listen while the band gets ready to do their thing. 35-34 at halftime. This is WOWL Channel 7 Madawaska. And that was the pride of Madawaska. Owls Pep Band, under the direction, guidance, tutelage, and all that other stuff of Mr. Tom Pennington. Nice of them to take some time out of their own lives to help out the team. Again, they're up to a 35-34 lead. So at the half, with about 5 minutes to play before we finish the intermission, we're going to go to another number. Tigers are getting ready to take the floor. Things looking good so far for the Owls. And it doesn't look like there's going to be a quick winner for the raffle tonight. 50-50 raffle tonight is going to, well, I believe there are two seniors there. It might be for a project graduation. So the Owls Pep Band is going to go to their second number of the night. Let's take a listen. So, 2 minutes left to play before the second half begins. The Owls and the Tigers in a battle tonight. 35-34 is the score. And the reason why you are not seeing this live, again, this game is on a tape delay, being shown on a tape delay basis, is that the crowd just didn't really turn out in the numbers anticipated. And we're going to have the school song playing. And once again, the decision has been made that on at least a part-time basis or a trial basis, we're not going to be showing the games live. Just try to encourage more people to show up to the event. Now we don't have the sound equipment to give you the full experience of the band. We don't have smell-o-vision. We got television, but not smell-o-vision. We have the Owls boosters doing a fine job in their new concession stand that just got actually installed late this fall in one of the storage areas. They were able to convert that into a concession stand where they didn't have to unpack and repack everything every evening as they have the previous 2 years. So they don't. Of course, all of the Owls boosters are volunteers, and we're very, very grateful for them being there. But it was an awful lot to ask to break up and tear down that stuff every evening. So we had a concession stand built here. All the proceeds from those are going into help the Owls funds. So again, these funds are helping these young student athletes. So it looks like we're ready to start the second half. Owls and Tigers, if the first half is anything, the second half is anything like the first, we're going to be in for quite a fight. This is Michaud, ball tipped around, picked up by Marshall. Marshall over to Clavette. Clavette's jumper from the corner is good. So Andrew Clavette gets the Owls back on the board. Nice play by Neto. Neto makes the steal and the shot. Rusty Neto converts and helps the Owls stretch just a little bit more. The Owls are going to press them in the second half. Neto trying to get on Guillou, but they create the turnover, a traveling violation called on the Tigers. Clavette and Neto doing a nice job tying them up there. Marshall inbounds to Clavette. So the Owls have stretched it now. They're up by 5. 4 unanswered points in the second half. Marshall pushes it over to Neto. Neto, it goes off Willette's foot, so Michaud was able to pick that one up without any problem. This is Clavette with the ball for the Owls. From the top, it's good. Andrew Clavette, super smooth on that one. Puts that through. So here come the Tigers. Norsworthy and Clavette are going to go at it head-to-head. Michaud had him in the first half. Let's see what we can have in the second. Norsworthy with the ball. Looks inside to Hellstrom, decides to take it himself down the baseline. Puts a shot up on Gendreau. Nice position by Gendreau. Norsworthy gets the rebound and puts it in. So here come the Owls. Clavette with the ball in the paint. Clavette puts it up off the front of the rim. Ball tipped over by Marshall, picked up by Willette. Willette's going to out it. Gets it over to Norsworthy. Norsworthy into the bucket. Partially blocked that time. I believe Clavette got a piece of it. Picked up by Gendreau. Marshall now gets it over Clavette. Clavette for 3. He feels it. 3-pointer from Andrew Clavette. And a wise decision. A timeout was taken by the Tigers. The Owls have come out and scored 9. So an Owls on a 9-2 run here in the second half. Jordan just fell asleep there for a second, that's all. I just woke her up. One of those head nod things. No, actually, we're having fun here, giving you basketball action for the 98-99 season. Again, we'd like to remind you that coming up on the 21st is our next home game. That's going to be a game between the Fort Kent Warriors and the Lady Owls. Again, on the 23rd, which I believe is a Wednesday, our boys will be playing against Hodgson. You can check and call the school for the times. So the Owls and the Tigers are going to take the floor again. No substitutions either way. Willette gets it back in to Guillou. Over to Bugbee. Guillou with the ball right now. Number 32 for the Tigers. The Owls have fallen back. This is Andy Bugbee. Gets it over to Hellstrom. Hellstrom guarded by Gendreau. Over to Willette. They're going to call this away from the basket. They're going to call the foul, I believe, on Guillou. Whatever it was, I didn't pick up on it. But the referees did. Ben Marshall with the ball out to Michaud. Michaud from the top is good. Guy Michaud helping to add to the Owls' totals tonight. Owls up by 10. Biggest lead of the game now. Guy Michaud blocked on the shot. He's able to save it. Wasn't quite able to save it. I guess he was on the line. Ball's tipped out. Here come the Tigers now. The Owls are still in a man defense. Underneath, nice pass to Bugby. Willette seeing Ryan Bugby underneath. So Bugby's going to add 2 to his total. That's a good one. The big 3, the major weapon, downtown. Owls looking good now. Nice pass underneath to Hellstrom. Owls and Tigers are moving. Here's Clavette. He's going to get the Owls started. Looks underneath to Marshall. Marshall puts it up, and he's fouled. So we've got individual players stepping it up at individual moments. Ben Marshall's going to go to the line. Marshall, after that three-pointer's got 5 for the evening, with a chance for more. On the floor for the Owls right now, we've got Jandro Clavette, Neto Marshall, and Guy Michaud. We've got Hellstrom, Andy Bugby, Willette, Norsworthy, and Guillou for the Tigers. Marshall with the foul shot up and good. The Owls looked like they wanted to press after that, but the Tigers break through it easily. Bugby from the baseline. He's up and good. So Bugby not able to play much in the first half because of foul trouble. He's coming off the bench in the third. Done some damage. Clavette off his own miss. Nice hustle by Andrew Clavette. He missed a 3, but he hustled right into the lane. Everything was wide open for him. Got his own rebound. Nice job. Norsworthy tips it up. Clavette picks it off. Ball's picked up by Marshall now. Marshall gets it down to Michaud. Michaud had a chance, decides not to. Marshall puts the move on. He's tripped. And the Owls are going to get called for a 3-second violation in the paint. 52-42 is your score. Owls up by 10. At a 1-point halftime lead. In the last 4.5 minutes, they've stretched that to 10 points. Here come the Owls. Tigers. You're going to try it underneath. Hellstrom, ball's tipped out by Michaud. Nice play saving the easy basket by Michaud. It's going to go off Guy's foot. Ball's out of bounds. The Tigers are going to inbound again. This is Jeremy Willette. Bounce the ball. Norsworthy guarded closely by Clavette now. They're going to move it around the left side now. And Willette gets called for the traveling violation. Things looking good for the Owls right now. They're up by 10. Let's see if they can maintain that going into the fourth quarter. Just over 3 minutes left to play in the third. Clavette with the ball for the Owls. Clavette's going to drive. He's slapped by Norsworthy. He would have had an open lane going through there, but Norsworthy is going to get called with a foul. So, entering the ball game for the Tigers tonight, Tim Blyer's going to take the place of Andy Hellstrom. Neto from the corner. Nice arc on that ball. Missed off the front. think they're going to call Eric Gendreau on that one. For a foul away from the basket. So 2 fouls on Gendreau, Michaud, and Clavette. Going to cause the Owls to go to their bench. Matt Pennington comes into the ball game, replacing Gendreau. The Owls are going to press. Man-to-man full court. Nice play by Clavette, picking off the pass for the easy basket. This is Neto guarding Giu. Gets it over to Hall. No. Coach Rossignol wanting the 10-second violation. Good pressure for the Owls. Not able to create the turnover, but Tigers didn't bring it down the floor very easily that time. Little change of pace, keep the Tigers off guard. That's what I think Coach Rossignol is thinking. This is Norsworthy, guarded by Clavette. They're going to move the ball over to Burns. Burns back up top to Norsworthy. Norsworthy, Clavette playing very tightly on him. Maybe what he needed. Shot by Burns is up and no good. Ball's tipped and out of bounds off Marshall. Good hustle by the Owls tonight. Not afraid to get on the floor. Burns' shot is no good, and that could be trouble for the Owls. That's going to be Clavette's third. So 3 fouls on Andrew Clavette. 3 fouls with 2 1/4 left to play in the third. That puts him in a sticky situation. Can't afford to get silly fouls now. Nate Burns converts the first one. Burns, the senior forward. Hits on the second one, cuts the lead for the Owls to 10. 54-44 is your score. Just over 2 minutes left to play in the third. Owls up by 10. Marshall on the left side. Moves it over to Neto. Neto free in the bucket. And you can't leave him free, as the Tigers just found out. Neto free in the paint's trouble. Norsworthy now. Over to Burns. Burns guarded by Neto. Gets it over to Blyer. Blyer back to Norsworthy. Shot goes up and no good. Rebound by Guy Michaud. They're going to call Jeremy Willett with a foul. Nice position by Michaud that time. Michaud showing a lot of guts and feistiness tonight. Owls with the ball. This is Clavette. Guarded by Norsworthy. Gets it over to Pennington. Back up top to Clavette. Clavette's going to move from the foul line. Shot goes around the rim. Picked up by Willett. Here come the Tigers now. Let's see what they can do on offense. Blyer moves it over. He's guarded by Marshall. Blyer shots up and no good. Gayu, maybe, yes, 32. So that's going to create a situation for the Tigers where Gayu has picked up his third. Excuse me, his fourth. So he's going to get some bench time. 1:05 to play. Checking in for the Tigers for the first time is Joel Brahim. This is Eric Sear, who just entered, taking Gendreau's spot. Clavette's spot, excuse me. Sear with the ball right now, moves it over to Michaud, takes a peek, 45 seconds. And they're going to call Michaud for the traveling violation on that one. Owls up by 12, 56-44. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Good, exciting basketball action tonight. Chris Norsworthy hits it. Those are his first points of the second half. He was on fire in the first half, shut down in the second. Sear being guarded by Norsworthy. Moves over to Neto with 10 seconds. Under 4 seconds, they get the ball into Marshall inside. And with 4 seconds, that's going to put Marshall on the line. They're going to call Graham with that foul. So he just checked into the game. He picks up his first. 4 seconds left to play. The Owls are going to inbounds. This is Pennington. Over to Marshall. Neto from 3. Oh, no good. Well, the Tigers have cut it to 9. Score now is 56-47 at the end of the third. And here are the Owls cheerleaders taking the floor one more time tonight. So the Owls cheerleaders helping things out tonight. They've been a good luck charm for the boys team so far this season. So we've got a fresh 8 minutes, last 8 minutes of regulation. The Owls up by 9. Clavette guarding Norsworthy. That's been a battle tonight. Graham's going to shoot over Neto. Rebound picked up by Clavette. Clavette's driving the floor down the left side. Puts up the shot and good. Andrew Clavette adding to the Owls' lead. They're up by 11. Norsworthy and Clavette going at it one more time. Down on the baseline. Guy Michaud helps out. Ball's tipped around. Guy picks it up. Looking down the floor. Long pass to Clavette. Can't quite get the handle on it. So here come the Tigers one more time. Again, Norsworthy and Clavette. They move the ball around. Brahim for the Tigers. Hits it up top. Three-point shot is up and no good. Clavette with the Chandra with the rebound. Michaud not quite able to handle the pass. Checking into the ball game now. Derek Cooper, he's going to take Guy Michaud's place. Also coming in, Andy Bugby. He's going to take Joel Brahim's place. 7 minutes left to play. Owls up by 11. 58-47 is your score. Norsworthy driving the lane on Clavette. Lays it in up the middle. There aren't a whole bunch of people, but those that are here are good and loud. This has been an exciting game. Marshall wants to get it started. Gets it over to Cooper, who's going to take charge on the floor. Marshall on the left side, guarded loosely by Bugby. Over to Neto. Rebound by Willett off the miss. Now Willett having a little bit of a struggle there. Gets it over to Norsworthy. Now they're going to be close on the 10-second call. Clavette not able to hold him. It's awful hard to ask somebody to do on their own. Nice steal by Cooper going down the left side and score. Derek Cooper getting on the board. Nice steal by Coop. Puts the Owls up by 11 now. They're going to double team Norsworthy. He has trouble with it. Cooper lays it over to Clavette. And if he could dunk, he could have on that one. If he could have, he would have, because he was all open. Nice play by Clavette. Listen to the crowd. Boy, the Owls are just loving that. The fans are up on their feet. Quite an exciting play to spark the Owls there. Clavette and Cooper tying up the ball. Cooper getting on the floor, getting a little dirty, getting the ball off to Clavette, who just could have hammered it home. So the time, 5 minutes and 48 seconds left to play in the last quarter. 62-49 is your score. Owls up by 13 and looking good. Bugby's going to inbound for the Tigers. Looks like the Owls are going to put on the pressure. Tigers are going to go to their inbounds play. They are successfully able to inbound the play to Norsworthy. Who else would they go to, right? Norsworthy's three is off short. Ball goes through to the Owls. Now it looks like the Tigers are going to put the pressure on. Let's see if the Owls can break it. They get the ball over to Neto, who's wide open, over to Clavette. Clavette's got an opportunity, drives down the floor, lays it up, and no good. Rebound by Bugby. So the Owls able to break it easily, not able to convert. Ball goes back over to the Tigers now. They got the ball down. Looked like Neto was out of position on Willette. Again, good basketball action tonight. The Owls and Tigers have put on quite a show. Worth the price of admission, which is not a whole lot. So we're going to try to encourage people to head in for the next game. This will be a girls' game on the 21st. Looks like a lot of fun this year. 3-point by Norsworthy's good. That cuts the lead to 10. The Owls lose the handle on that pass. So now the Tigers are going to try to cut it. This is Bugby. Short jumper's up, no good. Ball tipped out by Willette, so the Owls are going to maintain possession on that. Or regain possession, I should say. Again, this game being shown on a tape delay basis. Trying to encourage more people to show up and support our Owls basketball. They're looking good tonight. They're putting a good product on the floor. Good effort by the Owls. The Owls are going to try to take a little bit of time off the clock. They're up by 10. They can afford to do this. Tigers are going to try to make something happen. Clavette now in the paint, puts up the jumper. It's no good. Ball was tipped around, picked up by Giu. He's guarded by Cooper. Back over to Norsworthy. Clavette doing a nice job on him in the second half. He's had two three-pointers, and that was it. Willette's shot was off to the right. They're going to call a push away from the basket. So here come the Tigers back to the floor. And on that, Paul Giu fouls out of the game. Number 32 for the Tigers. That's what the delay was. Took me a second to figure it out, but I could. Cooper. Derek Cooper on the line for the Madawaska Owls. Cooper the junior, number 13. Hits the first one. He's cool as ice. So Cooper hits the front end. Here's the second. The Owls are now in the bonus. Cooper gets both ends of that one. So Cooper with 4 points for the evening. Here goes a new inbounds play for the Tigers, but the Owls aren't going to put the full pressure on. So let's see what Fort Fairfield can do. Norsworthy drives, loses a handle on it, nothing called. A little bit of contact, but probably went both ways. Now it's Norsworthy down the right side. He's doubled up, Marshall and Neto. Now Neto with the steal. Rusty Neto going to take it to the hole. Rusty Neto showing some hustle, picking off those balls. The Owls up by 14 and looking to roll. 3.5 left to play. Get the ball over to Norsworthy. He converts again. Michaud inbounds, gets it over to Neto. Neto takes it across the midfield, over to Clavette. Clavette from the left side. They're going to pull it back out. Wise move. At this point, anything but a layup is not really needed. And that's what they'll practically get right there. You got a few shots at it, but didn't convert. The Owls up by 12, under 3 minutes left to play. That's Marshall with the rebound. Off the missed shot. The Owls are going to spread the floor in an attempt to take some time off the clock. This is Marshall. Gets it to Guy Michaud. Michaud from the baseline, no good. Rebound by Gendreau. He's blocked. I believe they're going to call Willette with the foul. And that's correct. Jeremy Willette picks up the foul. That's his second of the night. That's going to put Eric Gendreau on the foul line. Gendreau's first one's no good. So Burns checks out. John Hellstrom's going to take his place. Look at that cute little girl. All bundled up. Gendreau's second is no good. Ball's picked up by Norsworthy. Moves it over to Blyer. Back over to Willette. Willette doubled up top. Gets a nice pass down low to Bugby, but Bugby can't convert. Marshall putting the pressure on him. And count that one. So Andy Bugby converts on the shot. So the Owls are up by 10 with just over 2 minutes left to play. 2 minutes 14 seconds is the time on the scoreboard. And folks, nobody has left. Been good action here tonight between the Owls and the Tigers. So 56-66. Tigers down by 10. Owls in command. They've got 2 minutes and 14 seconds that they've got to tick off that clock. And if they can do that successfully, they'll walk out of the gym tonight with another win. I think the Owls will be looking pretty if they can go 4-1 before the Christmas break. Big one Wednesday evening. Coach Matt Rossignol is going to travel down to his alma mater in Van Buren. He's going to face them for the first time since leaving them. I know he's going to be a little bit nervous about taking the floor, but talking to him the other day, he really wants to pick up the win. Clavette converts. 68-57 is your score. Even if the Owls can just trade baskets the rest of the way. Norsworthy with another two. Guy Michaud with the ball. Nice move getting it over to Neto. Neto puts it up and good. Good touch. He was open. And converts. This is Norsworthy. He's going to almost put it up. Marshall gets the steal. Marshall looking down the floor. They're going to take some time off the clock. Clavette with the ball. He's guarded by Willette. Converts in the paint. Loops one up and then out. That would have been exciting if that dropped. Just over a minute. Owls up by 11. Norsworthy slips. And the call is they're going to call the block. So that's going to put Clavette on the line. The Owls, yes, they are in the bonus. I think they're still shooting one, though. We'll see what the indication is. Yeah, it's a 1-1. Andrew Clavette, number 21, having a big night for the Owls, as he has all season. .24 unofficially for Clavette. I've got him down for 25. And again, my records aren't the best. He may have more. Guy Michaud is going to be called for a hold on that one. Jeremy Ouellette's going to go to the line. No, they're going to inbound underneath. Not in the bonus yet. Only one of the Owls with foul trouble are Clavette and Michaud, but they've got 3 with a minute left to play. I don't think that's trouble. Norsworthy from the left side. Ball was tipped both by Clavette and Neto. I don't know who they're going to call for the foul. They both got a piece of the ball, I thought. They're going to call Neto for the foul on that one. 55 seconds left to play. 72-59 is your score. That's the Owls up by 13. Both teams now in the bonus. Possession arrow is in the Owls' favor. Under a minute. Norsworthy misses his first free throw of the evening. He was 6 for 6 prior to that. Misses his second. Ball tipped around by Marshall and Norsworthy. So the Owls are going to get the ball. Tigers are going to put the pressure on. The Owls get it into Clavette. Clavette, he's going to take the time off the clock. We got a hold on Norsworthy that time. Still a 1-1. No, they're shooting 2. Got the indication is Clavette's going to get 2 shots on that one. So senior Andrew Clavette leading the Owls attack tonight as he adds to his point total. Rusty Neto also doing a job on the scoring. Neto I've got down for 20. But that's unofficial as well. Norsworthy from the left side, no good. Rebound picked up again by Clavette. So the Owls are going to look good. They're going to roll on this one. 30 seconds left to play. They just got to finish them off. Clavette comes back for more. Norsworthy, the only one who hurt the Owls tonight, and he only did that in the first half. I think they changed their assignment on Norsworthy for the second half and basically shut him out of the game. So unofficially, we've got Clavette. He's in the mid-20s there someplace. I've got Neto down for 20, Cooper down for 4, Gendreau for 2, Guy Michaud down for 7, Marshall down for 6, and I might be missing something. Eric Gendreau hits the first of the 2 shot. Checking into tonight's game, Derek Cooper and Eric Sear going to take Rusty Neto and Andrew Clavette's spots. 15 seconds to play. Owls up by 18. And make it 19 when Gendreau connects on the second one. So Owls up by 19. Norsworthy's going to take it down the left side. He's going to try the 3. Shot is up and no good. Rebound by Michaud. And he's just going to try to run the timeout. So the Madawaska Owls with a convincing 78-59 victory over the Fort Fairfield Tigers. Tonight's basketball game showing good live action, and again, we'd like to remind you, we're going to be showing the games on a tape delay basis, so come out and enjoy the crowd. I think everybody here had a good time tonight.
Before we sign off there, Vince, we do want to say that after we turned it off tonight, we ended up with a full house here. We sure appreciate everybody watching WOWL Channel 7, but folks, listen, we've got to have a crowd to come out, so at least we'll try it live another time here later on down the road.
Tom, you were the one down on the floor. Did you see anybody not having a good time?
I'll tell you what, this crowd got into the game. It was an exciting game. We've got a good ball team this year, led by a heck of a good coach. Folks that are coming out don't, for whatever it costs, it's nothing. You can even buy season passes this year. It's the cheapest entertainment going on in town.
So things looked really good for the Owls tonight. They had a convincing victory. They're going to be on the road in Van Buren Wednesday evening. So for WOWL Channel 7, on behalf of Randy Dufour, Jordan Gibbs, and myself, Vincent Vanier,